Brian? Or is he going to do a Chris D'Elia? No, let's get to
right.
Chris D'Elia. Okay. Yeah, I just introduced that. So what?
That was the worst woo ever.
First 10:05.
So we saw Tim Dillon up there, nervous, doing Trump. We got him doing Zoolander and Chris D'Elia. Wait till you see this. What's that first code?
10:05.
10:05. Here's him doing D'Elia. See if you can recognize it.
It was crazy because
working in a tight spot.
He was crying, and I didn't know what to do. I'm a fixer. I hate. Don't give me a problem I can't solve, because I try to fix everything. I know nothing about cars. I know less than nothing. But if you're on the side of the road with your hood up, I'll make suggestions.
Ooh, I'll make suggestions. Ooh, that to me is a no-no. Sorry, I don't fly with that. If you're on the side of the road and your hood's up, I'll make a suggestion.
You can't even really do it.
No, it's too...
It does not come naturally to you.
No, see, thank God. Here, watch that again.
I know less than nothing. Whoops. But if you're on the side of the road with your hood up, I'll make suggestions.
Oh, and then he holds his eyes like this. How fucking sickening, huh? I'll make suggestions. Ooh, no, that's a no-no for us. All right, what's our next?
What's going on here?
D'Elia.
That is at 12:10.
12:10, here we are, 12:10. Let's see him act like his other alleged rape friend.
It is. And I also think we came up through millennia hunting on foot in groups with like sharp sticks. That's what it is. Think about it. Like, you ever try to kill a woolly mammoth with sharp stakes? Me neither, but I promise you, it's a team effort. I need everybody on point. I need it.
It's a team effort. All right, we got one more great D'Elia coming for you.
26:10 for the finale.
26:10 for the final D'Elia, and they're littered with them. I think this one might be my favorite.
This is the best.
Yeah, let's see if you guys could hear the D'Elia and him. And we watched D'Elia on Glassman. Boy, was that disgusting.
Oof.
26:10?
Yep.
Great. All right, let's hear it.
Can you believe it? We ran at auction right when we started streaming.
They're choosing musical instruments, and I think music is the cornerstone of the culture. It's beautiful. I'm a big supporter, and you'll never be sorry if you learn how to play the drums or the piano or the guitar. But who is letting their child pick up a tuba?
Oh, you're just gonna be Chris for the night.
Just be him.
Wow, did you see that little?
Outrageous.
Let's watch that again.
Who is letting their child pick up a tuba?
Brutal. All right, Brian Callen's special, huh? Pretty damn good. We hated it.
And the part I was going to show before, but it's not that important, is
Yeah.
the first, 20 minutes are just him talking about trying to be sexy.
Yes,
taking
selfies. Everything's about his van. It's like, dude, you don't got to worry about how you look. You've got 2 families, okay? Sex time is over. You don't need to worry if you look sexually attractive. You know, when we're watching these specials, you cut to me, something dawned on me. And you'll see this. Yeah, you'll see this with Sam Morrill's special as well. I was watching Sam Morrill's special. Maybe bring that up for me, and I'll throw that up. And then I'm going to show Crystal Lee on Glassman real quick. I was watching Sam Morrill's special. This is so key. Wait till you learn this new trick. And we're definitely saving the steak tip
somebody's in
for
the chat.
next episode.
It disappeared, though.
I just got word that the steak tip needs to be saved for another week. So sorry.
I'll look it up in a
but
second.
I was watching this in Sam Morrill's special, and I think this is very important for every one of you to know. Let me find that really quickly.
I'm tired of this racism. I'm not even Indian.
No, I still don't have it.
I'm
Is it
Brazilian.
up next, or where am I
texted it to you.
Oh, text it.
I didn't have it.
There we
in
go.
my notes.
Great. So this is Sam Morrill's special, and I just want to show you. Okay, this is on Netflix.
Yeah, sorry.
He's killing it, and I just want to show you how he acts, and then I'll show you what I found out. Let's just cut to here and see what he's doing. There he is. Ooh, is he ugly, huh? Look how white he is. He's got these yellow rings around his eyes like Ethan. Yuck.
He's like, you guys man the streets. I'm gonna handle up top.
Keep an eye on his
Say
face.
so. I hear civil rights leaders like there weren't this many white guys here in the 60s. I'm like, but did you look up? Because
Ooh, and then he smiles like.
they're there. You got to look around.
So he keeps doing these flirtatious smiles and these charming, grins. And then it cuts to the audience, and you see a bunch of like old white men dying laughing. And it dawned on me, it's kind of gay to go out and laugh at another man's routine. And then I started thinking further. I go, why is that so gay? And then I go, oh, okay. It's gay because he's flirting with you like he would a girl on a date. He's doing flirtatious date comedy. That's really... And then we realized, oh, Brian Callen acts like that too. Where they're almost flirting like this might just work on some dumb girl if they were on a date. But should it be working for men? Should a man with just another man, a non-beta man, be laughing at this type of humor? I say no. I say this is between a guy and a girl. Go ahead.
And you could watch, like, #1 comic William Montgomery.
Yes, and then I was thinking, so like William Montgomery, and I said, I go, like I always use Will Ferrell as an example. It's like you're just laughing at a goof. He's a simpleton, and it's no big deal. You're not really like giving your. It's not like a gay relationship to laugh at Will Ferrell falling off a stool. But it is gay to sit there with like another guy and go see Sam Morril. He's like courting you. Same with Chris D'Elia. Chris D'Elia is a woman's comic. Brian Callen should be a woman's comic. And I think some wires got crossed there where people don't realize that they're actually like in a flirtatious... It's like the comedy you would use on a chick if you were a scumbag. That's how you would act. So very sick, very icky, and I hope that changes your mind next time that you... Sam Morril's not that bad. Well, maybe you have a crush on him. Maybe you're in love, okay? Maybe you put the love potion #9 in your drink. Disgusting. I hope that makes sense. Let's cut to our other pretty boy on the other side of
There's a
town.
new Joe Rogan on Kill Tony. That should be good.
Ooh, Joe Rogan on Kill Tony tonight?
Yeah, I think so.
Beautiful. He's going to get wasted. All right, let's go to the other side of town. Let's go over to my boy Ricky's house. Ricky Glassman, of course. And he had Chris D'Elia on his show. We got some discusteries from this. And there was something real... Play some scary music. Play some scary music. Oh, please, scary music. Cut the break. I'm gonna... Thank you. We'll be right back. Send me over, Ricky. Ready, take me down. Everybody, sorry, just had the hiccups real bad. Okay, we are back, and yes, we're going to Ricky Glassman's schmeeming room. Yes, and we're going to see Rick interview Rick Glassman. They were on the show Undateable together. They were also seen at a lot of those game nights with Dane Cook. Remember, we saw Glassman there. I don't trust this Glassman. This hooper. I don't trust Glassman at all. I think he's just as sick and twisted in the head when it comes to women as Chris is. I really do. For him to read all these allegations and even see I'm sure he's seen the new ones. It's all over the scene. For him to sit there and be so having a ball with Chris, it's disgusting. It's like, at the very least, I don't know. To me, even if you have allegations, it's like, it's over for you. You're stinky, you're gross, you're dirty. You know what I mean? I'm not going to, I can't wait to go see... And Chris D'Elia ignored you. When you guys were on Undateable together, Chris D'Elia, hated you. Every time you made a joke...
But this ruler, since
He hated you.
Like
The only thing he
6th
liked about
grade,
you
I think.
was that he saw that maybe you could keep a secret. He saw that you were kind of like him, the degrader. You know, I'd love a movie where it's Chris D'Elia and Rick Glassman wearing Night at the Roxbury outfits. And what is it called? The Never Tell Tour? Where it's Rick Glassman and Chris D'Elia, maybe Brian Callen. Yeah, it was Callen. But how nice would that be to see the three of them with the Night at the Roxbury outfits just going out, and they're just blatantly, come out to the tour, lady, see what happens.
But never tell.
Never tell. Imagine Glassman throwing you on that bed. Okay, sorry, Rick. That's how you come off to me.
Now, this episode was basically a dull cry.
Really dull.
Chris.
And
There you go.
Chris
Gotta go wash
was
my
media
hands
trained
real
to
quick.
cry. Trained by the same person that trained the actress to cry on Better Call Saul. You know, she described this last week. She said, you know, they're like, your crying scenes was so brilliant. You know, they were so gut-wrenching. How did you get in the character to do that? And she's like, well, you know, it's like they always say, like, try to not cry. You know, that's really going to be what sells it, is holding in a cry. So with my character, that's really what I was trying to do. It's not your character, by the way, it's you. You're her, okay? Were you wearing a costume? No. It's you. So that's what Chris is doing in this episode. He's doing the very contemporary, simple to dimple actress trick, pretend you're trying to hold in from crying. That will be more believable. Shia LaBeouf uses this every day. All right, let's see the opening, and let's see how sickening this could get. I got a great clip for you from you.
Wow, it smells really nice.
Thanks, man.
Where do we go? I'm there. Yeah, you got no light on set up. I see. Keep it on the brown.
There he
Is this
comes.
on the brown or keep myself on the brown?
Anything
Keep
that's
an eye on a couple things about Chris, bro. Keep an eye on how he dresses. All black. Sexy, huh? Keep in mind that this man is fully dyeing his hair.
He's snaping out.
So he's got a full gray, like when you see his close-up, his mustache and beard is like mine. Even grayer, in fact. But his hair remains jet black. Interesting. I find that very offensive, by the way, when people dye their hair to cover up what I find to be beautiful about me. So, yeah, I find that to be very offensive. And then the next thing I want you to keep in mind is how he purchased himself in this disgusting couch.
Ooh, a
Ricky
cold
needs to
one.
cover because of his fake Asperger's.
That's right. It's brownish.
Oh, and then we have that clip of Rick where we caught him at the awards show.
I
Yeah, that's
got
it, Mr.
that.
Great. Okay, watch it. You're going to love it.
Yeah, it's tan.
Let me catch my breath. Very pukey today.
It's out. Oh, is it?
You got a long way to go.
Dude, I have seen your podcast. I like your podcast. I want to say it's actually very good.
You're amazing.
I want people to know I think it's very good. Take your shoes off is very good. Take your shoes off is very good.
Ooh.
Use the second one.
Yeah, because the first
So
one.
he knows his intent. He knows his agenda. It's to come here and trick all the queers that listen to Ricky Glassman show, get him on his side. Take this one, get this one out of the way. So, yes, the first thing. Oh, I love your listeners. Oh, I love your show. Oh, I love the whole community. Yes. I mean, this guy doesn't know anything about the internet.
Where the hell did I put the ruler? Oh, it's right here.
Raped by
Yeah,
Chris
filthy
is just
ruler. I
a
put it right on my
worst
fucking-
guy
I mean, look at
ever.
that.
Like, I think someone was just mentioning the Arcade Fire guy getting
Yeah.
fired for a bunch of shit this week.
Imagine being raped. And you'll see it gets well. Let's pause on him at his
He's-
worst. Oh, let's save that for when we pause on him here.
Averted my eyes. I get when I'm
You'll
open,
see.
like being open and looking and telling the truth. That sometimes you want to avert your eyes. It's uncomfortable, right? You did it already.
No, it's still producer Rick.
Just
All right.
enjoy yourself. We'll jump cut it. I gotta focus it.
That's not what a jump cut is. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to get to a nice part for you so you can see what
Please,
it's
God, don't stop on I am phenomenal.
No, we cannot stomach that.
If I hear that again, I'm gonna.
Okay, you got to see how Chris is sitting. This is just totally unacceptable. Watch this.
But what is it?
When I cut to the right, look at this. Hold on, let's wait for that little bar to go away. The way he is, I mean, he's on a man's couch, another man's couch. I've never seen the legs wider. He's got to shoot. That would be like if I put my foot up onto this. It's just too much. Look at how he sits there. That
Well, I
bothers me.
thought I knew what was important in
What do you
life.
think what was
Well, I
important?
never stopped to think about what's important in life. I would just be like, get more,
Yeah.
more money, more fame, whatever the fuck it was, and that's just, and people would be like, that's not what life's about, and I would be like, all right, you know what I mean? I mean, you know me,
Because you think they thought. Did you think they were?
Look at Sicky Ricky. You know, that's not. Dalia doesn't think that's cool anymore. That's not a wingman for Dalia with that Sicky Ricky hairdo. All right, let's get. Ooh, and look at Chris. Yeah, imagine this guy raping you.
I know, like
He looks like his cartoons. I mean, he really looks like the cartoon versions they make of him. Look
That's
at
maybe why I feel so passionate about these girls who were wronged
Yeah.
by him, because
Look how he's sitting.
imagine being
Imagine
in
this
that
crowd.
position.
And he's doing his
Just about
moves,
the
his
worst
Callan.
guy.
He's doing his Callan moves. Come and suck at this. You know, he's doing all that kind of crap.
I'll show
Look
you
at
guys how I
that
crack a bottle.
Chrissy. That's probably not even his real name. His real name is probably like Damien or something, you know? All right, let's see. They had to change it to Chris because it was just getting out of control at the
Pop
house.
up these numbers.
All right, let's go to the first time code, and I'm really
Let's like,
interested,
share, and
you know what I'm
subscribe,
saying?
guys.
Is that now? What's that going to be?
The
about?
Rick thing.
Oh, okay. We'll do this first, and then we'll get back to Chris.
Oh,
So,
sorry.
yeah, this cuts away. This is interesting. You can cut to me. I have caught Rick Glassman doing something really sick here. You know, and that's why it's in the same episode. Rick cuts to other things that he's done during the podcast. You know, it shows you a little bit of everything. And I don't know if you knew this, Rick got cast as the main lead in this show about retards. I'm not kidding. Called what is it called? Someone Like Us?
As We See It.
As We See It. Okay, this is a real show. What channel?
Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime. He's been promoting this for a year. Some of you have seen it. Some of you have heard me talk about it. It's the reason I don't trust people with Asperger's, or what do they call it?
Autism?
Autism. Yes. Woo.
But you do understand them better.
I understand them better, but I do not trust them. I find them to be almost a violent, scary part of this world that needs to be eliminated. But and the autists will get extremely mad because of that, and that's the problem. Autists,
Uh-oh.
It's a joke to them.
if you don't tell an autist that you are joking and sign a deed with them about it,
You have to do a
you're
contract.
fucking dead. If an autist doesn't know you're joking, consider your life over. They will haunt you for the rest
No
of your
more
time.
fan,
If
I
you say,
guess.
I'm a joke, it's a joke.
Yeah.
They'll go, oh.
Oh, okay. They get it immediately.
All
right, so it's a bottle.
On Rick's show, listen to this show Rick does. It's called As We
On this
See It.
roller thing.
It's about the lives of three separate tards with Asperger's living in a house, tarding it up. So Rick acts like extra. Rick has Asperger's, so he claims, but in the show he acts extra like tardo as part of his role.
But he's acting. That's fine.
And he's acting fine.
It's the role.
I watched this show, and again, the first episode I think taught me how autismos can't. They say this in the show that we don't understand jokes unless you tell us it's a joke. So that's why so many people get mad on the internet about Red Bar. They tune in, they think and imagine if you were sitting at home, and imagine now that everything I'm saying is legit from top to bottom. That would drive
So
you
you can't
mad.
really blame
You
them.
would be sitting at home going, "We must stop
No
him."
wonder they hate us.
So this is real. If you do not tell an autist, you're kidding. They don't know most of the time, and they can't get offended at this because they're the ones who are telling the world this now. That's their info. Wish you would have told us sooner. Feel like that's something the president needs to tell us every morning. You know, think about what this
I don't know
world.
what the hell that
I
is.
think
Sticky
the
shit.
problem in this world might be caused by this group of autistic people.
But I'm sure
Every
they've solved problems.
Oh yeah, what do they
too.
solve?
Rockets and stuff.
Yeah,
Come
please.
on, you can't do that. You do
I
the
can't.
jokes, they do the rockets.
Nope.
It's fair.
Nope, they're not making rockets. They're making data thievery devices. They're stealing. That's all they've done is use their power to steal. It went from Brainiac to let's just steal. Let's just steal while we just pretend we're not. That's all they do now. So they steal or they get you wrong. You're fucked either way. All right, here they are. Let me show you this. But here's where we caught Rick doing something really sick. Rick was up for an award. Some steamy, I don't know, some piece of shit real award. So he's going to cut to the award ceremony where Rick wins an award for Best Tard on this Amazon Prime series. But we caught Rick doing something absolutely disgusting. And I think you'll notice. What time, Jules?
That is at 6:09.
6:09. So watch this. This is Rick on stage accepting his award, and we noticed something a little off.
So what'd you win that for? Well, I know you won it for, but what is it? You don't know what I won it for. You won it for the show, as we see it. Yeah. It's HCA Award, and that stands for
Look at him.
Hollywood Critics Association. Cut to a clip.
Thank you so
Okay,
much.
so here we go. Oh my God. So Rick's going to accept
So a
this
clip
award.
or,
we all know how Rick Glassman
what,
acts,
crack in
right?
it?
We've seen hundreds of hours of his podcast.
Scored
But watch how he acts.
He's very quick. He has an
Yes.
answer for everything.
Yes.
He's always joking.
Watch how he acts
Smart
when
guy.
watch how he acts when the world is giving him an award for playing a tard. Remember, this whole thing is, oh my God, tards are so great. Let's give them awards. Oh, isn't this great? A tard. So is he gonna milk?
This
By the
little
way, they were
cord.
saying H. Foley.
H. Foley on screen. You got it. There he is. Oh, I was going to do a perfect H. Foley, I swear, but I got caught in a hiccup. You know, you can see H. Foley dying laughing. That's how he... Thank you. Who said that?
Let me see.
They get the coat. Yes. You want a coat. You want it? You want that long coat from the beginning? Here. You want this coat for saying H. Foley?
Flesh breaks.
Flash break. Do you want this coat? Email me. $1,200. I think it fits you
But
great.
only
This should
accept it if
fit
you think it's
great.
gonna fit. Okay,
This should
be honest.
fit you great. Look at this. Look at this. Step inside. I want to get you to step inside. There you go. Here, put this on. Put this on. Oh, that fits you great. That's what they said to me at the store. Meanwhile, here I am, giving away the coat. I don't know if you won the coat, but that is H. Foley. Somebody send that to H. Foley with a screenshot of this. Red Bar covers H. Foley. Here, screenshot that. Wait, here, I'll do it better. Red Bar covers H. Foley. Thank you.
He says, I don't think it'll fit.
Oh, you don't want the $1,200 free coat that you can still return?
No, I want the person who knows it to actually
Yes, we
wear
have a
it.
little
But
rip
they
off
keep
the
forgetting
tags. I'll
about
put
this.
graffiti all over swastikas all over
But
the
he
inside.
deserves another prize, so email.
You try to sell that coat, you're going to get caught with a hidden swastika in the
I
arm.
want this coat to like live on. You know, I want to be hearing updates about the adventures this coat is going on.
I
Okay.
heard
In
a
this
crack.
coat, we're going to write a lot of stuff about how you plan on killing people
some
and stuff. So
cracking.
you try to sell that coat, you're fucked.
But email us anyway and say
Okay.
it was flesh breaks and we'll pick
Yes,
some
the
kind
rules,
of prize.
the rules, so many rules here.
Women.
So many rules. Okay, this is Rick Glassman accepting his speech, or accepting his award, and giving a speech in an unusual manner that I think is
Clean
wrong.
cut. Pretty
To the
clean.
Hollywood Critics Association. Thank you, Amazon.
Not
Thank you,
bad.
Lizzo. Say hi, Lizzo. She's probably watching right now. Say hi, Lizzo.
I got to work with these actors
Here
once
it
they
is. So
came.
this is Rick Glassman's like producer.
Usually
And
I
here are the
do
tar- this is
these.
like an actual retard who's in the show.
Yes, that's the other thing. The other two people are way worse off than
yes.
Glassman.
The other two
Put
actors,
this
it's
on.
about these three tards. Both of these, this woman, this Chinese woman, and this fat guy, are actual tards. Like, they can't cooperate with the public. Rick Glassman has, like, the most mild, if any, case of autism. I mean, he's
I use it as a
able to
marble
speak and
stand.
work as normal. He doesn't have any weird
kind of rickety,
tics or
but
weird problems.
still works.
Not like these guys. So watch this, watch this.
And part of it, it became really one of the most special experiences I've ever had doing this. And so I'm very, very lucky to be sharing the stage for them. You guys will know.
Keep that.
So here's Ricky, and he's already acting a little weird. I've seen Ricky really act like Chris D'Elia most of the time. I mean, usually
This I gotta
Rick
sand
acts
down
like
the
Chris
edge.
D'Elia,
You could
real
use it for
ladies' man.
anything.
He's sharp, he's with it, he's the wittiest guy in the room. That's what he's usually portraying. Well, look at the Ricky that America sees as a tard. Is he acting any different? Let's find out. Look at him.
The show's very important to us.
Is he doing the unthinkable?
It's my understanding that Lizzo is watching tonight.
Why is he talking like that? Well, I'll tell you why. He wants America to think he's challenged, so he can get extra props for the award. He's literally going up there going, you're imitating
he
one
could
of
be
your
one of
turds?
the, if everyone thinks he's really.
Oh no. He might get a career. He wants a career out of this. He's the
Because
tard who could
now the
act.
thing that you can't really hire people for roles
You
that
gotta see
don't
the rest.
belong
Yeah,
to this community.
yeah. So he wants to get roles as a tard, and again, they're going to give him extra applause, thinking, "Look at what he could do. He could talk." This is like when Kramer was mistaken for being deaf or something, right? I don't know. Watch it. See, they can see. This is all real.
It's my understanding that Lizzo is watching tonight. And I would be remiss if I didn't take this opportunity to invite her to come onto my...
Why are you speaking in broken tarnish? He doesn't talk like that. He doesn't lean like this and go, I. Never once. This is like over the line. Bro.
I would be remiss if I didn't take this opportunity to invite her to come onto my podcast.
This is gross.
That's the Take Your Shoes Off podcast. It's more important now than ever.
He took on the life of a T-tard. I can't believe what I saw. And that's sick. And I can't believe you're
I was
dad.
like in the other room.
And then he
when this
bends
was
down
being
and he like,
shocked me
yeah,
awake.
look, he accepts all of his applause like he's Rain Man. Thank you, thank you. That's not how you act here. He's out of charge. Look at this.
Also, it's my understanding that Lizzo's watching.
See, this guy actually acts like this. This is a real tard. You don't make fun of him. All right, well, I thought that was sick. Let's get back to the Dalia episode. Let's go to that first Dalia time code that's really disturbing.
About him crying?
No. The
Okay,
one
let's
that's
skip that one.
really disturbing.
His crying is boring. 30:05.
This is the one no one's showing you. People you've heard, oh, Chris D'Elia's crying on Glassman. Bullshit. Yeah, I saw Shia LaBeouf crying after he dismantled a woman. What is his time code here?
30:05.
30:05. There's something more shocking than crying, more shocking than alleged rape. 30:05. And you'll hear it. You're going to be absolutely sickened. Listen to this.
Not engaged. If I'm not laughing and playing, I check out constantly.
Yeah, I know. It's a real tough thing, and I think that in a way is running from shit because like I just don't want to sit and think about how I feel, bro.
Okay, this is where he's getting choked up. I don't want to sit around and think about how I feel. Okay, that's fine. Either do I, but he takes it one step too far. Watch this.
Sit and think about how I feel, bro. I try to, but like, I would never listen to music, and I don't listen to music because I don't want to feel that way. I don't want to feel sad. I don't want to feel in my.
I don't listen to music because I don't want to feel. Oh, really, dude? Do you want to hear that again? This is real, and he thinks this shows how sick he is. He thinks this is normal. He thinks that this is an option. I'll let you know at home, if you're like that, check into a doctor. Check into a doctor before you do something to yourself or someone else. If you can't listen to music because it makes you feel and that makes you please see a doctor. Trust me, that is not a normal feeling. Here.
I try to, but like, I would never listen to music, and I don't listen to music because I don't want to feel that way. I don't want to feel sad. I don't want to feel in my thoughts. I want, I don't do drugs, and I want to be stimulated in a way, and I want to be not feeling that lonely part, and that.
By the way, it shouldn't make you feel that unless you're listening to I don't know what songs he's listening to that are making him feel so painful.
Even a sad feeling that you get from music should feel kind of good.
Yeah, it's not supposed to actually
sadness.
trigger you. I've never been triggered by a song in my life. So, very interesting. Did we have any other clips from this
no.
experience here? Okay, there he is. He's still lying, I believe. Allegedly lying. There he is. Sicko. Chris D'Elia, don't listen to music. It's too painful. Yikes. All right, we've got Mark Norman. You got to see this. We're going back to the Rogan studio. I love this place, man.
You gotta look it up on Spotify, sorry.
Oh, gosh.
I know.
Okay, so, yeah, give me a second. And, yeah, Protect Our Parks, Shane Gillis, Ari Schaffer, and Mark Norman. You know, I always found this to be truly pathetic because these people aren't in Joe's age range. You know what I mean? These guys are like 3 generations after Joe. Like, Joe should be hanging out with comics his own age. He really shouldn't be trying to, like,
out and actually use it as
the
a cup.
experience of him and his now alleged rapist bros. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what he did, and it's not working. Like, everybody knows, it's not the same as when Bert Kreischer and Tom Segura even got together. It's one level worse than that, and even that one was not making any connections. All right, let's see this. This is Protect Our Parks 5. Yeah, and we'll start from the beginning, and we'll show you how the madness happened. Here we are. Protect Our Parks 5.
Get chill off the thing here.
Chill out.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Here we are.
Train by day, Joe Rogan podcast by night, all day.
I love that truck. So nice.
You don't get periods?
No, that's one of the perks.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. There's one of them you get like 1 period a year.
Are we up?
Oh,
okay, we're rolling. We're talking about menstruation.
Yeah.
So when you're on the IUD, you don't get periods?
No, my lady does
Where
not.
Where does it go?
It comes out of her ass.
But I mean, I've read about a guy.
Secret text.
I read about a guy who has like some weird fucking birth defect where he comes out of his
Okay,
ass.
so here they are. They're happy. Mark Norman's here. Shane Gillis is going to tell us a story about how he sexually assaulted one of his dad's friends. And this is him saying it. Not even allegedly. Shane Gillis literally... I could say that. Look at me. Watch this. Shane Gillis sexually assaulted his father's friend. How is he saying this without saying he's kidding? Are you kidding? No. You'll see. All right, so Mark Norman and Shane Gillis, Ari Shafir are getting dumber, by the way. Where do we start this? Great, and Mark's going to take out his whiskey, right? Just the beginning. So I got to get my hands on this. I've got a pre-order in the works. I cannot wait. I'll be doing a taste test. You know me. I love this shine, right? This swill. That's me. I love whiskeys. I could taste them all. Joe Rogan, of course, Buffalo Trace, and we just tried Tiger Thick, which he liked, hated the name. But Mark Norman and Sam Morrell have come out with their own whiskey called Bodega Cat. Will Joe enjoy Bodega Cat as much as he enjoyed Tiger Chic? Let's find out. 4:15. What'd you say?
4:55.
4:55 for the time of the line. 4:50. Oh, look at that. Landed. Watch this.
That's really? Yeah, that's like some weird stuff with guys.
Jamie's coming around with ice.
Who go to restrooms at airports.
That's like
senators.
Congressman gay.
Yeah.
That's another level of gay.
Nice A.
Exactly what happened to a senator.
That's right.
Okay,
That's
so
what I learned about.
So this is yours?
You want to see
Bodega
this?
Cat?
That's me and Sam Morrill's new rye.
Let's try it.
Tastes
Okay,
great.
look at this. So this is big. God, I really wish we didn't have these layovers. Trust me, guys. This is big for Mark Norman. You know, this was like Brian dropping a special. This is big. He's on the Joe Rogan Experience, the biggest podcast in the world. They've got a new liquor coming out. I'm sure they've invested hours of thinking about it. Bodega Cat. It's a rye whiskey. That's a hard one to do, right? We don't like rye whiskey. What else is rye whiskey? Is that what, like, Black Label is, or Johnny Walker is?
I don't really drink that.
I don't like that stuff. I like this only.
Bourbon only.
So rye is not even that good tasting, and especially if you don't know what the fuck you're doing, and you're trying to do it on the cheap and basically just throw a sticker on a bottle, you
You're
might...
only supposed to get a rye and ginger, and that's it, maybe.
Okay. Well, I'm sure people drink this shit on the rocks, but, you know, has Mark Norman lived up to the promise of a good tasting beverage? You know, you're competing against 100, 200-year-old beverage companies, right? I don't think it's like vodka, where anyone could make a vodka.
Someone in the chat says they only got rye because they could only get rye. Bourbon is so popular that there are back orders.
Wow, look at that. Okay, so they went with rye, which isn't very fun. It's not really a party.
Thank you to 8.
You can't take shots of rye. You know what I mean? That would be, it's gross, right?
Wouldn't want
Maybe,
to.
I don't know. All I know is I only like this one. So, okay, he's going to try this shit. Let's pay very close attention to this. Watch.
Restrooms at airports.
That's like
senators.
Congressman.
Yeah.
That's another level of. I mean, that's exactly.
Big moment for Mark Norman.
That's right. That's what I learned about it.
So this is yours?
You want Sam
Bodega Cat?
That's me and Sam Merle's new rye. Tastes great. Crack it open. It's for sale now online.
It's called Bodega Cat.
Oh, yeah.
Straight rye whiskey. How long is it aged for? A week.
A week.
Does it age at all?
Ooh, the first dish. How long's it aged for? Like Joe wrote. I mean, Joe only knows this Buffalo Trace. And that it's been, like that even matters. How long's it been? Oh, a week? Oh, okay. First dish. I'm going to back this up. I don't want you to miss every bit of this. All right. Mark, Sam, are you watching this?
Bodega Cat?
That's me and Sam Merle's new rye. Tastes great. Crack it open. It's for sale now online.
It's called Bodega Cat.
Oh, yeah.
Straight rye whiskey. How long is it aged for? A week.
A week.
Does it age at all?
Oh, sure.
Don't
Big
lie to
age.
me. Don't lie to me.
I don't know anything about the age.
It's aged.
How much do you know about whiskey?
Ooh, was it aged at all? Yes. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. So if it ain't aged, it ain't good enough for Rogan. He needs it aged. Because he heard aged. He probably thinks the same thing about steaks. They could only be aged. There's no other good steak that's not aged, right? That's a preference. Okay, and then Mark is forced to say, I don't know really much about whiskey. That's cool. Here's our money.
It's called Bodega Cat.
Oh, yeah.
Straight rye whiskey. How long is it aged for? A week.
A week.
Keep your eye on Rogan.
Oh, sure.
Don't
Big
lie to me.
age.
Don't
He's
lie.
nervous.
I don't know anything about the
I thought it was
age.
aged.
How much do you know about whiskey?
Drinks a lot of it.
Just the taste.
This is so good.
I know rye and whiskey are different.
What got me into whiskey was
Thank
late
you.
night shows at the cellar with you and Sam and Mackie drinking Bullet Rye on the Rocks.
Yeah, I love a good rye.
Gentlemen, to, what is this, episode 4 or 5?
Watch Joe.
5?
Keep your eye on Joe.
We have protected 0 parks.
Yeah, fuck the parks.
Keep your eye on Joe.
Protect Our Parks is 100%
See that far
unsuccessful.
I drove by it the other day. I'm like, God damn it. It's just
Pretty
all
good.
flattened.
Thank you.
Pretty fucking good.
We tasted like 10 different ryes. Oh, come on!
Oh my, okay, hold up. And again, with Spotify with the fucking hover and then it laughs. It really ruins the whole shebang. Joe thought it was disgusting. Did you see that face? We'll back up to the... Ooh. And they're all, meanwhile, they don't, they haven't caught on to Joe's face yet. So Joe goes like this. And they're in the background going, oh yeah, it was, it's really great. It's got a really great taste. And then this happens. Here, let's see that play out. I'm going to try to zoom in on Joe here.
Protect Our Parks is 100% unsuccessful.
I drove by it the other day. I'm like,
Come on, clear out. Clear.
it's just
Pretty
all
good.
Look at his
flattened.
face.
Thank you.
Pretty fucking good.
We tasted like 10 different ryes.
Oh,
Oh, come on!
Oh, God.
Trying to sell this here, Rogan.
Look at him.
Oh, it's right next to Buffalo Trace. It's a hard sell.
Well, what's
Go
a
to
rule?
A hard sell, he said. Okay. Now that you kind of get the idea here, I'll do it uninterrupted with no hovering. God forbid I hover over my own video that I've paid for. Okay, here we are. I almost feel like they did this to fuck over Redbook. Again, I think we got to download these apps now.
I know, but
I'm
I
making
don't
a
know
rule.
how. I'm serious. If someone could tell me how.
Yes. How do we download a Spotify app perfectly without screen recording a 4-hour experience?
And I don't even think they let you screen record video on
Oh,
Spotify.
wow. Okay, we're really fucked here, as you can see. Okay, watch this whole scene take place.
4 or 5?
I want to
Is
have
it 5?
We have protected 0 parks.
Yeah, fuck the parks.
Protect Our Parks is 100% unsuccessful.
I drove by it the other day. I'm like, God
Look at
damn it. It's just
Pretty
all
good.
flattened.
Thank you.
Pretty fucking good.
We tasted like 10 different ryes. Oh, come on!
Oh,
I'm
God.
trying to sell this here, Rogan.
Oh, sick of fool's child next to Buffalo Trace. It's a hard sell.
Well,
We
one's a
gotta do
rye.
blind. We gotta do blind test us.
No,
Let's do blind.
I'm more of a
What's your
bodega
blind
cat.
drunk?
Thank
You
you.
like it dark?
Yeah, I usually don't like this shit. This is actually pretty good.
So what's
You like
Shane
Sweetie
realizes.
Shane.
See, Shane realized, and you can see his eyes dart at the beginning of this. Shane realizes, fuck, dude, this guy's trying to promote us. And so Shane jumps in like, I think it's pretty good. But he can't look the camera in the eye or anybody else in the eye. So this is a disaster. And Rogan just seems to be unaware of how evil that is. This crushes Mark's spirits for the rest of
Rogan.
It's pretty good.
It's right next to Buffalo Trace. It's a hard sell.
Well,
We
one's a
gotta do
rye.
blind. We gotta do blind test us.
No,
Let's do blind.
I'm more of a
What's your
bodega
blind
cat.
drunk?
Thank
You
you.
like it dark?
Yeah, I usually don't like this shit. This is actually pretty good.
You like it with a little fucking kick to it?
Got some
Why
kick.
also?
This is
Just-
No, it's just
I
my
like it.
friends.
that's hoity-toity.
Before
Buffalo Trace is too
American.
high end. This is an
Fuck, this isn't
American.
even expensive.
This is for
Buffalo
the
Trace
people.
isn't even expensive.
Buffalo
salami
Trace is
of whiskey.
expensive. Fuck
Oh,
Buffalo
yeah.
Trace.
Buffalo
Bodega
Trace.
cat.
Kill
Listen,
yourself.
Bodega Cat, I love the comedians involved, so I'll support it.
All right.
I
Thank you.
like
That's all.
fucking good harsh whiskey. Like I like a shot of Jack before a
Why
show.
would you
Hell
do
yeah.
this? Sometimes he just does the bitchiest.
And it's
shit.
not even out yet. So there's the review. It's
And
horrible.
Also, don't forget the review he gave Brendan's stupid whiskey.
He loved
in that
Thick
episode.
Cat. You know, we had thought maybe he was doing this because he's got a brand deal with Buffalo Trace, but no, he treats Mark Norman like shit throughout the whole episode. Don't we have another moment where he's treating Mark like shit?
Yes.
Yeah, what's that
You
one?
do. That one's 1:30:20.
1:30:20. So it continues. For some reason, he just wants to keep disrespecting
And
Mark.
I'm sure there probably was more, but honestly, these episodes
Yeah.
with four guys laughing are very
That's
hard to
true.
listen to
Yeah.
for a long period.
What's that
of
code
time.
again?
1:30:20.
1:30:20. And yeah, we really want Mark to know you were disrespected. Everybody saw it, and Joe doesn't really like you. That's what we are left with. Okay, 1:30:20.
That's what we think now, Mark.
Again with the time code. One more
Yeah,
time.
1:30:20.
Sorry, it's very difficult.
You're doing great.
1:30:20. Okay, here we are.
Spotify's so hard to get to the right code; it's like impossible.
It's
So
really tough to work. 1:30:16.
Just nod
There we
and
go.
just shit on them.
It's like when he knew the joke.
Yeah, I love Artie Lang. That guy's underrated. He's the Salman Rushdie of comedy because he can't die.
Oof.
Look at this. Watch this.
Yeah,
Watch
that's that.
Joe.
Pretty wild.
Jesus.
Yo,
Mark,
Salman
where,
Rushdie.
where are you going with that one?
I'm saying Artie Lang's the man.
I love Art.
He will not die.
Wow. So everybody's making jokes. All jokes are going. And Mark makes this simple joke about Artie not dying. Let's see that again. And Joe, again, goes out of his way to make a fool of this Norman. Yeah. Here, check this out. Look at this.
He's a bum.
Oh.
Just like that. He's the funniest fucking dude ever.
His best on Stern was when they were showing models. You're like, your lips are too.
Artie Lang talk. We know him.
You just shit on them.
It's like when he knew the joke.
Yeah, I love Artie Lang. That guy's underrated. He's the Salman Rushdie of comedy because he can't die.
Oof. Damn, that's that. Pretty wild.
Jesus.
Yo,
Mark,
Salman
where,
Rushdie.
where are you going with that one?
I'm saying Artie Lang's the man.
I love Art.
He will not die.
He won't die. He's beaten
My
everybody.
woof was what happened to Rushdie.
Oh, Rushdie. Yeah,
Yeah.
lost an eye like Bisping.
I'm sure that
Yeah.
crowd
Well,
was like,
Joe, what's your
wait a minute.
excuse?
Yeah. So Joe, no follow up from Joe there. It's just mean. And what's all the chatter in the background? I feel like there's another group of people all talking in the backs.
I know.
Very strange.
Someone in the chat said, Mike, if you pause with
We did it.
space, it doesn't fade out, and shift left and right to skip.
Let's try
Wanna try
pause
that?
with space. And then shift left and right.
But that's just a skip if you want to get back and forth.
I'm not getting any shift.
But at
left
least you
and
could
right.
pause with the space without it blocking
Let's
it.
try that again. Here. Let's pretend I'm watching. Good.
No,
Let's wait for it to clear out there. Okay, I'm watching, hit pause. Ooh.
Whoa.
Okay, that helps. But look, as soon as I move my mouse, though, we're in black zone. So it's pretty terrible stuff. Okay, yeah. Was there any more codes from this one?
Well, Mark has obviously been sitting on this Joe hate. He's been getting
Yes.
the full episode. So at 3:47:30, right as it's about to end, he gets his
Check
one
this
back.
out.
30. Okay, check this out. So Mark's that pissed
Ooh,
Mark
serendipity.
off. And at 3:47,
Coca-Cola and the Coca-Cola cup.
he's gonna get Joe back. While Joe's got his mouth full, you'll see. 347 what?
40 or 30, sorry.
347.30. Here you are.
Horrible.
You won't, though.
I woke up at 4 a.m.
He's
today.
about to put it down and not
Joe,
drink it.
you won't chug that.
You won't.
Joe's gonna chug. Watch this.
For a little bit.
Dude,
Talk to you guys.
yeah, coward, you won't do it.
Come on.
Chug. Listen.
Nazi, put it down. Yeah, Fear Factor sucked. Here we go, news radio. Yeah.
Fear Factor sucked. You got that in while Joe's mouth was full, chugging their bullshit nonsense? Fear Factor sucked. So in Mark's little vindictive mind, he's sitting there the whole up going, man, how would you like it if I shit on one of your...
Not
and
bad.
all he could come up with after hours of stewing was, Fear Factor sucked. You really got him back. And what does that prove? You know? So he's like kind of like... And you can see it in his eyes here. Here, wait till it clears up. Look at his eyes. That's a vindictive little guy, huh? You really showed Joe.
I can't really focus.
Joe, you hearing this? No more booking, Mark.
Chipped.
Then.
You got chipped.
Wait,
How
is
about
that his
that?
humidor?
Yes, this
Besides
is the
it,
cigar
though.
humidor that needs to be in the shot. He's got this giant facility, right? He's got hundreds of acres of facility, but the humidor needs to be right smashed in the corner by the guest. Very cool. All right, there it was. Joe Rogan, protect
Did you
our
want to show
park.
the Shane rape part or not?
Nah, that's okay.
You can find it on
Yeah,
your
you can
time.
find that on your own. You'll see what I mean. Shane raped his dad's friend. This is true. Very exciting. Bodega Cat Whiskey. We'll do the review when it comes in, and we'll pair it with some of that, and we'll put it out there.
Get both Bodega
Yep.
Cat and Buffalo Trace.
Sure.
On the
And
same
we'll
day.
do this on the same day, and we'll put it out there so that Mark and Sam could go, oh, come on, man. That's not fair. That's not fair. All right, let's get to Denny in Gavinsky.
And we'll see you back here tomorrow, Jules.
Yes. Gavinsky. So, yeah, we left you on this. We tried
We're
to
about
get through some of
47
this.
minutes in,
This
and I
was
haven't made a
incredible.
single
Gavin McInnes,
fucking
of
thing.
course, you all know by now. He's doing his live stream, and then he stands up, and he starts talking to somebody off camera. And it sounds something like this. Can we do this later? Do we really have to do this now? I'm recording. Can we do this later? I'll set up a meeting with my lawyers and we can do this some other time. Yeah? And then he walks off camera, and then the stream runs for about 30 minutes with just a desk. Okay? Now, Gavin did that. Unbeknownst to Gavin, Josh Denny takes to Twitter and tells people that Gavin was arrested by the FBI, right? So what happened was Gavin never said nothing about being arrested by no FBI.
No.
The only thing Gavin did was stand up and say, "Can we talk about this later?" and then left. People had guessed that maybe the FBI was coming to arrest him, although that had never been said. It was just dreamt up by people online. Maybe it was the FBI. Now, delusional Denny, who really wants the world to know that these are his best friends and co-workers. They're not. You know, you heard Sven say it. He's a glorified show setter-upper for them. You know, he offers his time to Gavin. I'll put together this whole tour. Would you guys do it? Yeah. We don't have to do anything? Just show up? Yes. Done. That's it. That's the whole relationship. So I guess Denny took it upon himself, and you saw this too. He got confused by all the people saying Gavin was arrested. Was Gavin arrested by the FBI? And in Denny's confused mind, Denny decided that maybe he was arrested by the FBI, even though this had never been, you know. So Denny starts going on Twitter telling everybody that, yes, I have the inside info.
Just
read
got
it.
off the phone with our people. It's not a bit.
Yes.
Blah, 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 blah.
Just got off the phone with our people. It's not a bit. So
and
the
then
one
goes on
thing
to defend Gavin's honor.
Yes, and goes on to sell tickets for the upcoming shows and all this. And for, how many days did he tell people, he looked people square in the eye and said, this is not a bit. This is 100% real. Gavin has been detained by the FBI.
He, I think, said that he was rotting in jail.
Rotting in jail.
Even though he didn't do nothing.
Yeah, and here's the thing. You can't do a bit and tell people
gotta go
it's
reset
not
the
a
breaker.
bit and then go, you believed that? That's just a lie. Nobody had seen Gavin. And Gavin hadn't spoke till today, right? We finally have Gavin speaking. So what happened was, it was a bit, and we finally have the full story now. Josh did not know that it was a bit. So what happened was, Josh fully thought, because they're not in communication, they're not actually friends. Josh thought Gavin got arrested by the FBI because that's what all the rumors were saying. Now, Josh wanted to step in like Mr. Big Shot and pretend he was a part of this historic moment, right? So Josh goes on and says, oh, yes, I've been talking to my people. And he just lies, thinking that, yes, Gavin really did get arrested by the FBI and that these stories would all line up. Then they find out it's a bit, and now Josh is being destroyed by every one of Gavin's fans, furious that he lied about Gavin being arrested by the FBI. More so because, and this is their own words, they're saying, you're lying that he got arrested by the FBI when many of us are being watched by the FBI and Gavin has all of our info? You know how scared we were? Oh, so sorry. So most of Gavin's fans are being watched by the FBI, and that's why it was bad to joke about. Very cool.
But this
Very
rocks
cool.
because Denny gets into a big thing on
Yeah.
Twitter like once a week where he's being attacked, but it's always about his racist jokes or his abortion stuff from the left.
From the left.
And his excuse is always, I'm pushing boundaries.
Yes.
You hate me because my comedy. You hate me because this. But now all of the right guys, the people that he's been trying to court this whole time, hate him just
All
as
hate
much
him
for
now,
lying.
and they're furious, and they're
And he-
fighting, and he won't give it up. He's been going back and forth. He got into trouble with Owen Benjamin. Owen Benjamin is now attacking him.
And he's trying to use the same, people just don't understand how comedy pushes boundaries on these people too, and it is not working for
Not
them.
working
They're
at all.
furious.
Big failure. Perfect for us. Everything we've always wanted to see. Where are we at with this story?
I've got it all in the note there. Owen,
Which one?
this
Owen
is what
exposes?
first exposed that it was a prank to everybody.
Okay, so everybody knows this by now. Owen put this up on his Instagram, and this is just a screenshot of Gavin talking to Owen. And Gavin says, prank, don't tell. And then Owen goes, you're going to reveal it's a prank? Because I have friends writing blogs about it. Gavin says, never. So you're just going to pretend the FBI raided your studio? Tons of people are texting me freaking out. I never said they did. True. Did you spill the beans? Looks like you did. We're done. Wow. So, what does this mean for Danny?
Now, I have a few of Denny's tweets. You don't have to read them all,
Sure.
but like the first and the second one at least.
Yeah,
and
where
then-
do I find those?
They're right underneath what you just clicked.
Denny, we, us, me.
Whatever.
No, in the
Nope.
same note.
See my
Okay,
chair.
note, here we go.
That's
I'm getting older here today. This Facebook link?
No, just the screenshots.
This.
Yeah.
This. Well, that's what I just clicked
I
on.
know,
This one.
but
Okay,
the
this
next
one.
one, yeah.
Sorry, it's very hard.
I'm sorry.
Okay, here is Danny, and he says this: I'd rather have comedian friends that are loyal and committed to comedy than pretend they're the second coming of Jesus Christ. Also, Jesus Christ never worked, or never used to work the
thick,
door
too.
at gay fight clubs in West Hollywood. Ooh.
Ooh.
So this is his diss to Owen, okay?
The next one is really good.
Beware. This one?
No,
Beware?
you can close this one now.
Okay.
Sorry, I should have
Great.
included
There's
that.
another one here.
The next one after that.
Here. This is what really got folks mad. Good comedians?
Yeah.
Good comedians take risks. We talk about all this all the time. The rich ones that tour arenas and play Star Wars can't, won't. The risks we take is why you love us in the first place.
Need more water.
There wouldn't be risks if everything worked out and everyone always loved them. Okay.
And here, read the last one just because it's
Okay.
really good. And any comedian.
Any comedian that puts pride and principle over creativity, innovation, and humor is serving the wrong master. Those are called evangelists, not comedians. And any comedian that takes another guy's bit before tanks another guy's bit before it's finished is just a jealous, bitter cunt. I'm not doing any more readings, so no more of these tweets.
But that's just what
here,
Denny's trying to use.
This is what I'm going to say. Denny doesn't understand, and he's fighting with everybody, with this risk-taking thing. There's no risk-taking. A lie was told. That's it. And he's trying to equate that to a comedy risk that didn't fire off the right way. What is the comedy behind Gavin pretending to be arrested by the FBI and you telling everybody it's not a bit, run for your lives?
And you know what? Maybe people would have thought it was kind of funny if Gavin disappeared for a week and just showed up today, and you didn't go on Twitter saying, I swear to God.
Of course. So that's why everyone hates him. So Owen's after him now. He's bringing up all the greatest Denny hits. What happened with Gavin today? Let's just show him what the new stuff.
You can go new Gavin posts.
Yeah, so Gavin finally posted. I haven't seen this yet. Let's see what Gavin says. And I hope there's hell to pay for Denny. New Gavin McInnes show up today at 3:30, and it's Gavin on vacation, like you suspected, on a boat. Not looking too confident there. A lot of people are going to be real mad at you when you get home. And have you spoken to Josh Denny, who was basically your publicist during this whole time? This worked out exactly how we want. Well, no, I wish he would have gotten arrested by the FBI. I think it's.
But this is still pretty good.
But this is a great, surprise. Gavin looking great, and I hope this starts Gavin hating Denny. I mean, what I think's going to happen is everybody's mad at Gavin, right? Gavin's getting all this hate, but only because Josh Denny opened his big fat mouth. Hold on, I gotta end this fucking thing, okay? You get it? Capiche with the fools? All right, we'll be right back. We'll take a break. See this? I can't. We gotta take a break. Hit some music, and we'll be right back with your big, beautiful ending here. We'll see you soon.
It's an abrupt ending. TV. Your TV. Whoops.
He's wailing. Put that down.
Enough of that. What's up with TLC? And by that I mean the Learning Channel.
With Dish, you get a signal that you can count on.
Okay, everybody, let's get to the basement. Abby, Austin, hurry!
And it's now backed by a
Oh yeah, it's 9/11.
If you ever lose signal, contact us and we'll credit back your account. Only from Dish. Tuned in to you.
Hair has always been pretty central to my identity.
Once I started taking Nutrafol, I could visibly see my hair get thicker. It made my hair stronger, and the breakage is less.
At Nutrafol, we want to empower women to have the best hair they can have. Nutrafol is 100% drug-free, natural, and the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement.
Nutrafol has taken me back to the hair I was meant to have.
Start your hair growth journey at Nutrafol.com.
It's Reno expert Nina Starziak-Hawk's biggest challenge yet.
I'm renovating a massive Victorian into a bandy
With her own money on the line.
I'm scared of this.
She's all in to build her legacy. Good Bones Risky Business. All new. Tuesday at 9 on HGTV.
With the separation of Cody and Christine, let's take a look back at the ups and downs of their 27-year relationship.
You ready for your surprise?
Yes, you're killing me here. Are you serious?
You're gonna go
It's
on
a helicopter.
Yes. When I first met Christine, I felt this great bolt of energy. I just really, really liked her.
So at one point I told Cody, out of all the guys that I know, you're the one that I'd want to marry.
So I called her dad, the head of our church, in order to court Christine, and we were married 2 months later.
Perfect date.
Perfect date.
Oh, they're talking about sister wives? I want some sister wives.
Some of my best memories with Cody have been driving in the car, listening to super loud music, singing along, and just having a blast in the car together. Those are my favorite memories.
I'm looking for love.
That's right, you are looking for love. I'm looking for solid foundation and structure. All of the entire family, and I will love you.
Almost every day is hard. It's just hard to see a silver lining every day.
When you don't have trust, you don't have intimacy. And what became apparent to Christine was the lack of intimacy.
I'm miserable. I'm jealous as can be. I didn't know that I would be a jealous person, and I am so jealous.
Why are you not looking at me?
I don't know. I just, whatever. Let's
Just okay, I'll make the orders and everybody else do it.
Well, that's
You better deal with it, ho.
Somebody to blame.
Deal with your sister wives.
Listen, I'm going to talk to you about that.
He owes me an apology.
For what?
For saying, yeah, you're welcome back to the church, but you have to leave 3 of your wives behind.
I swear this is all driven by her pride. And now I'm pissed.
I don't want to talk to him. I don't trust a word. There. I don't trust a word that's coming out of his mouth.
This is not a safe
Because he's fucking them other hoes.
Sorry, it's just not.
I'm not going to talk to you. Feels like a bit of a crossroads. I don't know what to do.
You better deal with it, ho.
For me, the real reality is I didn't know her. She didn't know me. When we got married, we just didn't know each other. And
What's CNN doing about
never
9/11
seen each
today?
other in tough situations.
They better be doing a whole fucking series block on 9/11.
Which means you could have fewer attacks, breathe better, and relieve your
Oh, it's
asthma
ads.
symptoms. So you can be you,
About
whoever you
asthma.
are. Tespire is not a rescue medication. Don't take Tespire if you're allergic to it.
What's it been, an hour?
reactions like
We haven't made a
rash or
single
eye allergy
goddamn
can
thing.
happen. Don't
What a
stop
shame.
your asthma treatments unless your doctor tells you to. Tell your doctor if you have a parasitic infection or your asthma worsens. Sore throat, joint, and back pain may occur. Avoid live vaccines. By helping control
Avoid
your asthma, Tespire can help you be you. No matter
Wow,
who you
great.
are, ask your asthma specialist about Tespire today.
It's the all-new Subway Series menu. 12 irresistible new subs. The most epic sandwich roster ever created.
My God.
It's Subway's biggest refresh yet.
We're Carvana, the company who invented car vending machines and buying a car 100%
Jesus.
online. Now we've created a brand new way for you to sell your car. Whether it's a year old or a few years old, we want to buy your car. So go to Carvana, enter your license plate, answer a few questions, and our techno wizardry calculates your car's value and gives you a real offer in seconds. When you're ready, we'll come to you, pay you on the spot, and pick up your car. That's it.
Gotta
So
go
ditch
reset the
old way of selling
breaker.
your car and say hello to the new way at Carvana.
Now ADT installs Google Nest devices like the Nest Learning Thermostat. So you can enjoy the perfect temperature with your morning matcha. Your thermostat learns your favorite temp and creates a schedule for your home.
I love saving money before breakfast.
Verizon Small Business Days are back, and there's never been a better time to switch. With limited time offers, like our best price on our Best Business Unlimited plan, and a 5G phone on us at Verizon Small Business Days. From the network America relies on.
Today marks 21 years since the 9/11 terror attacks. Memorials were held in New York at the Pentagon and in Shanksville, Pennsylvania, honoring the almost 3,000 people killed that day and vowing to never forget.
Why didn't you like it, dude?
What?
Oh, Tajo. Wow. That'll change. Não colocou os pés e silicone. Não colocou os pés e se esquerda. Okay, gotta go reset the breaker again. Huh? Oh my god. Somebody stole my mom's shoes.
David D. Alger.
Ernest Alakakos.
Edward L. Allegretto.
Eric Allen.
Joseph Ryan Allen.
Richard Dennis Allen.
Richard L. Allen.
Christopher E. Allingham.
Anna S. W. Allison.
Janet Marie Alonzo.
Anthony Alvarado.
Oh no, you forgot them here? Wow. Goofballs. Too bad. Forgot to wear their earrings. Oh no. ਮੇਰੀ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਾ ਦੋ ਬੈਕ ਆ ਬਾਲੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਾ ਦੇ
And
ਨਹੀਂ ਆ ਲੋ
President
ਥਰੋ
Biden
ਕਰਦਾ ਮੈਂ
said the U.S. has a duty to
मैं
preserve
throw करने
American
लगे।
democracy that the terrorists tried to destroy.
No terrorist could touch the wellspring of American power,
What's up, Dean?
and it falls to us to keep it safe on behalf of all those we
Yo,
lost
can you hear me?
21 years ago, on behalf of all those who have given their whole souls to the cause of this nation every day since.
Hello?
That's a job for all of us. It's not
Terrible
enough to
connection
gather
here.
and
Gotta
remember
step out for a
September
call.
11th, those we lost more than 2 decades ago.
And I gotta reset the
Because
breaker
on
again.
this day, it is not about the past, it's about the future. We have an obligation, a duty, a responsibility to defend, preserve, and protect our democracy. The very democracy that guarantees the rights of freedom that those terrorists of 9/11 sought to bury in the burning fire and smoke and ash. And that takes a commitment on the part of all of us.
And with me now is Brett Eagleson. He is the president of 9/11 Justice, which represents survivors and family members of the attacks. His father, Bruce Eagleson, was in a meeting on the 17th floor of the South Tower when the first plane hit the North Tower. Bruce was last seen by one of his colleagues walking up the stairs of the South Tower as it burned. He wanted to make sure his 12 employees got out safely. All of them did. Brett,
Yo,
thank you very much for joining us on this somber day. Your thoughts. Tell us what's on your mind on this 9/11.
Well, thank you for having me. I think what's most and foremost on the minds of a lot of us today is that we finally have come to a spot in our lives, a spot in American history where we have a president, President Biden, who last year declassified per an executive order. He declassified thousands of pages of FBI documents, which kind of trickled out from last September 2021 until present day, and we've seen now firsthand what we've been shouting about for years, is that the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia substantially supported the 9/11 hijackers, and now we have FBI reports which prove that. These are no longer allegations. These are not our words. This is not my group's words. This is not my family's words. These are the FBI's own words. That there were at least a dozen Saudi government officials here in the United States using their embassies and developing a support network for those hijackers to be successful. So I think we've had a lot of success, but I think there's still more work to be done. I think that we need to rewrite the official narrative of 9/11. It wasn't that it was 19 hijackers with no knowledge of English, no experience in Western culture, no money, no idea how to fly a plane. It wasn't that they were able to band together and pull off the most devastating and consequential attack in U.S. soil with absolutely no help from anybody. They did have help. And we're learning today that they had help from a Saudi support network. So I think we've come a tremendous way. I want to thank President Biden for
I'm going to show up in the morning anyway.
I'm
I'm still going to show up in the morning just to see how
And Brett, you've been very outspoken about the Saudi-backed Live golf tournament holding events in the U.S.
Okay.
Some, I guess, held by the former president, Donald Trump. Can you talk about that?
Thank you, sweetheart.
What are your thoughts about that?
All right.
I suppose you want these events banned. You don't want them taking place.
Yeah, I mean that's a great point. And we try as an organization. I want to be very clear to all the people.
I do not know
to be as apolitical
what
as
that call was.
When 9/11 killed us, it didn't.
Well, it was about Brad.
Kill us. It didn't differentiate
One of the
between the left and the right
employees.
side of the aisle. We were the first group last year to tell President Biden to stay away from Ground Zero unless he honored his campaign promise to us, which was that if elected president, he would declassify the documents. Well, kudos to President Biden because he did honor that campaign promise. So I don't want to be, I don't want this taken out of context as if we're attacking one side or the other, but with President Trump, or former President Trump rather, we have a situation where we have a former president who, by his own admission in 2016, when he was on the campaign trail, he is on record on Fox and Friends having said, that it was the Saudis that knocked down the towers. They should open the files and they'll see that it was the Iraqis, it was the Saudis that knocked down those towers. So in 2016, the president presumed correctly that the Saudi government did knock down those towers. Then in 2019, he met with myself, my mother, and about a dozen other 9/11 family members with some FBI agents, former FBI agents with us on 9/11 in the White House. He shook our hands and said he was going to help us and that he was going to declassify these documents. Some point along the line, from 2019 up until this point, up until a few months ago, all of those promises and all of those predictions, I think the former president forgot about because he signed a significant contract with Live Golf, and he's now hosting the Saudi government golf tournament, Saudi government funded and backed golf tournament. He held it at his Bedminster course, and then there's one at the at his Florida golf course towards the end of the year. So,
and for the viewers, and Brett, just for the viewers who don't feel this as personally as you do, I want to see if you wanted to say why these golf tournaments concern you so much, concern other families so much.
Because, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia has never been held to account for any of its atrocities that it's committed all over the world. You want to talk about the fact that they carpet bomb Yemen, the fact that they persecute and kill homosexuals, the fact that they sent their airmen here to kill us in Pensacola, Florida, the fact that from 21 years ago they never been held accountable for 9/11. So we don't want the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia to feel like it can operate with impunity.
Is this supposed to make me like Saudi
Arabia? Sponsor
Arabia?
and fund these golf tournaments, which we believe is an attempt to distract from the atrocities that they commit from all over the world. They need to be held to account. They need to be called out on what they're doing. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to correct the record. They're trying to influence opinion. They are lobbying our government. In fact, I think that the Trump organization and all of these Live golfers should be registered under FARA, which is the Foreign Agent Registration Act. They're influencing American politics. So that's why it's dangerous, and I think that's why it should be stopped.
All right, Brett Eagleson, we'll continue to follow this story. Thanks very much for being with us, and all of our best to your family.
That was a massive failure.
Important day. Thanks for being with us. We appreciate
Thank you for having me.
I'll be right back.
Whatever.
I can't take my eyes off my eyes.
My go-to is Lumify eye drops.
Lumify dramatically reduces redness.
In 1 minute.
I mean, look at the difference.
My eyes look brighter and whiter.
For up to 8 hours.
It was love at first sight. Lumify. See for yourself. Have you seen my new phone yet?
Yeah, whatever.
I would never switch to Samsung. I love my phone.
What? Phones are...
Well, now we can make something serious, I guess. Oh.
A job well done deserves the perfect thank you. So you planned that thank you thinking of every detail with the promotional product experts at 4imprint. They had the items you were looking for, printed your logo perfectly, and guaranteed your order would arrive on time. And now, did you get it right? You most certainly did. When the moment needs to be just right, go to 4imprint.com. 4imprint, for certain.
You put your dreams on hold.
Remember this?
And I spoke to our advisor, and our Vanguard investments are on track. You got this, babe. So go do what you love. Thanks for being our superhero.
Only at Vanguard, you're more than just an investor. You're an owner, giving you flexibility to follow your dreams. That's the value of ownership.
I typed in Grandma's name and birth year, and there she was, working at the Five and Dime.
My dad's been wondering about his childhood address for 70 years, and I found it in 5 minutes.
That little leaf helped me learn all the names from the old neighborhood. It felt like a treasure hunt.
The 1950 census adds vivid new detail to your family story, and it's available now on Ancestry.
When it came to my digestive issues, I got a lot of advice.
High fiber diet.
Low fiber diet.
Go gluten-free.
Then I found Culturelle Digestive Daily Probiotic, and now I'm the one giving the advice. Also try Culturelle Women's Healthy Balance.
It's back, America. Applebee's all-you-can-eat boneless wings, just $12.99.
I love to restore old houses.
John Knight has right stuff.
That brings me so much joy.
Farmhouse Fixer, all new Wednesday at 9 on HGTV.
There has never been a better time to join AARP. This special offer gives you exclusive access to hundreds of AARP discounts, programs, and services that will add real value to your life. You can get discounts on glasses and eye exams, save on prescription drugs not covered by Medicare. You can also save on travel, hotels, restaurants, and more.
I didn't know that.
Call now to join AARP. 1 year for just $12. AARP offers financial tips, career resources, and tools that may help you avoid identity theft and scammers.
That's good to know.
AARP has fought to protect your Social Security, Medicare, and more. Now you know how AARP helps people like us take on today.
Join AARP. 1 year for just $12. Save 25% off the regular price. You'll get AARP the magazine plus a second membership for anyone in your home. And you get the AARP mobile app that connects you to local events. Plus, this insulated trunk organizer. Call 800-990-2486.
I'm Isabella Key, and this is Sienna.
Lash sensational sky high from Maybelline, New York. Limitless length plus volume. Flex brush. Over 10 million sold. And try Sky High Cosmic Black. Intense black pigments. Only from Maybelline, New York. Coverage of the 2022 Emmy Awards is brought to you by Maybelline, New York.
The Emmys are tomorrow night, and Succession, HBO's dark comic drama about TV's most dysfunctional family, is looking to clean up with 25 nominations. CNN's Stephanie Elon has a preview.
There's blood in the water. Sure, she'll come.
From the ruthless to the hopeful.
I know this school is rough, but we made it.
The Emmys are here, ready to celebrate the best of the small screen.
All will be revealed.
HBO and HBO Max lead the way with a whopping 140 nominations. Media empire drama Succession snagging 25 of those noms. And acting nods for essentially the entire cast. HBO, like CNN, is part of Warner Brothers Discovery.
Succession is a show that is beloved in this industry, partly because it parodies this industry so well.
While it may be the show to beat, don't count out newcomer Yellow Jackets or Netflix thrillers Stranger Things and Squid Game.
There's a good chance that Squid Game can kind of sneak in and be the first non-English language show to ever win Best Drama. Keep an eye on some of the actors from that show as well.
Like Korean actress Young Ho Eun, who won a SAG award for her portrayal in the survival drama.
It's just such an honor.
Looking to score again in the comedy category is Ted Lasso. Last year's big winner is up for 20 awards, including Best Lead Actor for Jason Sudeikis, who's also looking to repeat.
I need purpose.
Hoping to stop Ted Lasso is HBO's Barry. And Abbott Elementary. The surprise ABC hit has 7 noms, including Best Comedy and Lead Actress for the show's creator, Quinta Brunson. It seems to have, put a bit of life back into just regular network TV.
Because it is a rare broadcast hit in this day and age where everyone's talking about streaming and premium cable. Abbott Elementary is the perfect example of that, a breakout hit.
But the category to watch, some critics say, is limited series, with Pam and Tommy, Dope Sick, Inventing Anna, The Dropout, and The White Lotus, all with multiple nominations.
Welcome to the White Lotus.
Breakout star and acting nominee Murray Bartlett summing up the award season vibe.
I mean, it's been pretty epic.
The Emmys typically air on Sunday nights, but since NBC already has Sunday Night Football, the show is moving to Monday night. Jim?
Thank you, Stephanie. And now here's this week's CNN Hero.
We're going to talk about putting the sheathing on the roof today.
Our students learn a little bit of everything. The basics like safety, tools and materials, construction math, and then we go into hands-on stuff. Carpentry,
God, CNN really is like a parody of itself.
126 3/4.
They're having a segment on women
Solving
carpenters.
2 problems at once. We are training women for living wage paying jobs in the construction trades.
This is where it gets fun.
And we're also helping older adults age in place. That's really a win-win. You get to watch something come together that you built.
Does that feel like it's going to work for you?
Yes.
Right.
This is awesome.
There's just such a feeling of accomplishment. If we don't see women out there doing this, other women, they'll never see this as an opportunity. If you can't see it, you can't be it.
And to see Nora's team in action and get the full story, go to cnnheroes.com, and we'll be right back.
CNN Heroes is brought to you by Subaru. Love is what makes Subaru. Subaru.
A thin painted line. The only thing between you and a life-changing accident. Are these lines enough? A Subaru with eyesight watches the lines for any danger. It can automatically stop itself.
Is everyone okay? Okay.
I'm okay. Your family is safer in a 3-row Subaru Estate. Love. It's what makes Subaru, Subaru.
What's it going to take for the world to reach net zero emissions? It's going to take investing in some things you've heard of, and some you'd never expect. It's going to take funding innovation in renewable energy, helping reduce carbon footprints, and big bets on environmentally conscious construction. Citi has committed $1 trillion in sustainable financing to help build a better future. Because to reach net zero, it's going to take everything.
Hepatitis C? Don't just treat it. Crush it with Maverick.
Conquer it with Maverick.
Cure it with Maverick. Maverick cures all types of Hep C.
In only 8 weeks.
The virus multiplies daily and can damage the liver over time. Maverick stops Hep C and cures it. If you've had hepatitis B, it may flare up and cause serious liver problems during and after treatment. Tell your doctor if you've had Hep B, liver or kidney transplant, other liver problems, HIV, other medical conditions, and all your medicines. Do not take Maverick with atazanavir or rifampin. Report right away yellow skin, stomach pain or swelling, confusion and bleeding or bruising.
Hep C, flush it with Maverick. Cure it in only 8 weeks. See Hep C gone with Maverick.
Ask your doctor about Maverick. AbbVie could help you save.
Evil does not sleep. It waits.
The Rings of Power. Now streaming only on Prime Video.
If you have thyroid eye disease and your bloodshot eyes have you seeing red, it might be time to discover another treatment option. To learn more, visit treatted.com. That's treat.com.
Welcome to Allstate, where anyone who bundles their home and auto insurance saves. Isn't that right, Phil?
Sorry, I'm a little busy.
What in the world are you doing?
I'm in the metaverse, bundling home and auto insurance.
Why don't you just do that in the real world?
Because now I can bundle in space. Watch this.
I still don't get it. Save up to 25% when you bundle home and auto with Allstate. Get the call for the quote today.
I declare before you all that my whole life, whether it be long or short, shall be devoted to your service.
Answers inside the world to understand. Tonight at 9 on CNN.
Over 100 million Americans have a low credit score. Self is a new way to build credit that doesn't require a credit score. Plus, Self helps you save money every month and reports your payments to all 3 credit bureaus. Download the app today.
This is a fully bed frame. Timeless design, enduring materials, simple to assemble. The Floyd bed frame is perfectly designed for how you live
The
today
Floyd
and in the
bed
future.
frame?
See our entire family of furniture at floydhome.com.
It's
A
a bit
job well done
insensitive.
deserves the perfect thank you. So you planned that thank you thinking of every detail with the promotional product experts at 4imprint. They had the items you were looking for, printed your logo perfectly, and guaranteed your order would arrive on time. And now, did you get it right? You most certainly did. When the moment needs to be just right, go to 4imprint.com. 4imprint, for certain.
Serena Williams on her terms. Tonight at 8. Closed captioning brought to you by Gilt. Visit Gilt.com today for up to 70% off designer brands.
Gilt has the designers that get your heart racing at insider prices, new every day. Hurry, they'll be going flat. Designer sales at up to 70% off. Shop Gilt.com today.
You are live in the CNN newsroom. I'm Jimmy Fox. Bittersweet day in the United Kingdom is where we start. Charles III is proclaimed King of Scotland as the casket carrying his mother, Queen Elizabeth II, arrives in the Scottish capital. It is a 6-hour journey. This. From the Queen's favorite castle, Balmoral, the route passing through beautiful Scottish countrysides and villages as she arrived in Edinburgh. Mourners and admirers packed the Royal Mile to say their goodbyes. She was carried into the throne room at the Scottish residence of the British royal family. Tomorrow the Queen's coffin will be taken in procession to St. Giles Cathedral, where it will rest until Tuesday before moving to Buckingham Palace in London. And CNN's international diplomatic editor Nick Robertson joins me now from the beautiful city of Edinburgh, Scotland. Nick, it's so great to see you. Much of today was about saying goodbye to one monarch, but also about welcoming another. Tell us about it.
Yeah, it is that continuity. Here in Scotland, you have people coming out across the whole of the north of Scotland, from tiny villages to larger towns, as the Queen's cortege made its way all the way to here in Edinburgh. But the streets right around me here, deserted now, but crowded earlier on. Yet in London, the new king, there out being seen by people to quite some applause. At Buckingham Palace, massive crowds greet King Charles ahead of some of his first meetings as the nation's new king. In Wales, Northern Ireland and Scotland, celebration as his royal proclamation is read out Sunday.
God save the king.
A more muted tone in Balmoral, where his mother passed away on Thursday. The Queen's coffin began a 6-hour journey to Edinburgh, all part of a ceremony approved by the Queen herself. Crowds lined the streets as the Queen's casket passed them by. The cortege, accompanied by the Queen's daughter, Princess Anne, wound its way through remote villages and cities of Scotland. Edinburgh's Royal Mile, packed with mourners. Crowd jumping back. There goes Queen's coffin around the corner. People of all ages straining at the barriers for a better view, all coming to say goodbye to Britain's longest-serving monarch. Some had even saved spots along the road since news of the Queen's death first broke.
A lot of people have been here for hours and the mood's been quite sombre. But also quite nice, people talking old memories about the Queen.
And this young girl will always live with the Queen's legacy.
She was actually named Georgia Elizabeth after the Queen, so I thought it'd be nice for her to grow up and be told that she was here today.
People even bringing their pets out to pay their respects in memory of the Queen's beloved corgis. Journeys end this day. The Palace of Holyrood House, the Queen to lie in the throne room. A memorial service Monday in nearby St Giles Cathedral is next. In death, as she lived her life in service.
This is her last royal engagement. This journey has symbolised her duty, her service, and also her life.
Of course, this is the Queen's last royal engagement, so eloquently put there. It is the beginning of King Charles's many engagements with all his official duties. Coming here tomorrow for that service at St Giles Cathedral, but he'll also be going into the Scottish Parliament to meet with parliamentarians there. Later in the week, he'll be going to Northern Ireland to repeat the process with political leaders there and have a service there as well. So as one monarch's duties end, so the new monarch's duties begin in earnest, Jim.
Absolutely, Nick. A turning of the page. So many stirring images in that beautiful piece there. Thank you very much.
What's up?
Robertson, reporting from Edinburgh. We appreciate it.
Oh yeah, crap!
Today
I
we
forgot.
heard the new British national anthem of God Save the King, as Charles was proclaimed King of Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. And now for many, that new anthem will take some getting used to, because for the last 70 years, it's been God Save the Queen. One person who had the honor of singing it in front of Queen Elizabeth herself was soprano Leslie Garrett. She first performed for her about 30 years ago and went on to sing for the Queen many times after that, including this performance at the Festival of Remembrance in 2017. And what a pleasure to have Leslie Garrett with us right now. Leslie, so great to have you. Thank you so much. And I won't dare to ask you to sing for us. I'm just a scruffy American over here in Washington, D.C. But a lot of people are wondering, how do you keep your composure performing in front of the Queen?
Oh, it's hard. My heart is always beating very, very fast. But at the same time, I know always that she will be so gracious when I meet her afterwards, and so grateful to me for performing. Whenever I've performed for her, she's always said how much she's enjoyed it, and we've always had a laugh. In the two photographs you just showed, we were having fun, because the thing that people need to remember most, I think, about our Queen is that she had a fantastic humour. She's a bit somber there because it's a festival of remembrance. But here you can see we were laughing about something funny that she'd said. That was in Seoul. That photograph was taken when she was heading up a trade mission for the UK in Korea, in South Korea. And I was asked to
Why did the Queen always look like she was always up to something evil?
To go and perform for her.
Ow.
And here this is her golden jubilee, and I remember I'd been presented
Hot Pocket.
to her 3 times in the same day, and by the end of it she said, "Oh, hello Leslie, I'm very nice to see you again. Might I say that you have a rather large wardrobe?" As I changed into 3 different outfits, but that's the sort of funny quip that she would make.
She thought you had an impressive wardrobe. That's high praise.
Well, it was on the tip of my tongue to say, "Well, you would know, ma'am."
Yeah,
Perhaps not to say.
I
Just
think
say
she's
thank
probably-
you, Leslie.
She's the foremost expert on this subject, I would say. And you got
Yes,
to sing.
I think.
Yes, and you got to sing "God Save the Queen" for her. Now we're going to be hearing "God Save the King." It has to be surreal to hear that a little bit.
I think we won't have a problem at all, because we are all behind King Charles III. He's a wonderful man. He's been trained for this role for so many years. I've had the great privilege of singing for him many times also. He's sensitive, he's kind, and he really cares. He cares about so many important things. He cares about our planet. He cares enormously about diversity. He's always been at the forefront, as has the Queen, of welcoming different people.
Fits an
from
entire
all over the world
can.
to the Charles, particularly from the Commonwealth countries.
This fits one can.
And trying to make a much more inclusive society.
It's one Coke with 3 small ice
People will
cubes.
absolutely get behind him. Of course, we're desperately mourning our Queen. I mean, if you can imagine having somebody in your life for 96 years. I mean,
Right.
what was your life? Who was your president 96 years ago? Was it Coleridge? Anyway, if you can imagine having one of your old presidents in your life all of that time, and then suddenly they're gone, you know, it is as if the tectonic plates of our society have shifted, and we're all going to have to take some time just for the dust to settle, and we're going to have to take time to see wherever it said ER, it will now say CR, or our coinage will change, or all our stamps will change. Things like that will just make us all so sad that we don't have the Queen, but so pleased that we have King Charles III.
And it was just earlier this year.
God,
that
I
there
hate
was a
British
jubilee
people so
anthem
much.
To mark the Queen's 70-year reign on the throne. The title, "We Thank You from Our Hearts." What did she mean to you personally?
She meant enormous stability. She meant that everything, while she was there, would be okay somehow. She was such a constant in all of our lives. But then, you know, she represents a monarchy that is actually, dare I say, bigger than her. The monarchy in Britain stretches back 1,000 years, and that, I think, is what gives Britain its confidence. You know, because we somehow have this thread going back through history of strength that we know we can rely on. And she epitomised
We need
that.
another war,
For
dude.
me,
Britain needs
she
to get
was
humbled.
A fantastic role model. She was inspirational. When I was in Seoul, which we were talking about a moment ago, and I watched her working to generate trade and industry on behalf of the UK. She worked every day from 9 in the morning till 11 at night, hosting meetings, hosting dinners, hosting lunches, meeting people, and she made billions for our country. in that way. And all of that is very, of course, there's a kind of rule about no fuss. I mean, which you can see the Queen epitomised that when she, 2 days before she died, she was still working. She performed her very last function as a monarch. She installed her 15th Prime Minister.
Right.
And then
She was busy.
Basically went to bed and passed away with no fuss, and that's typical of them. So you don't often get to know what's going on behind.
That's very true, but Leslie Garrett, you, I think, I could not have sung her praises any better. Thanks for getting this hour off to a high note. Thanks so much, Leslie Garrett. We appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you for all your support. We really appreciate our friends across the Atlantic. Thank you.
And we appreciate you. Thank you very much. Coming up, the Ukrainian military advances on more towns held by the Russian invaders. The days of fighting that have reshaped the war, plus reaction from former Defense Secretary Chuck Hagel, will be with us in just a few moments.
When we started Carvana, they told us that selling cars 100% online wouldn't work. But we went to work, building an experience that lets you shop over 17,000 cars from home, creating a coast-to-coast network to deliver your car as soon as tomorrow, recruiting an army of customer advocates to make your experience incredible, and putting you in control of the whole thing with powerful technology. That's why we've become the nation's fastest growing retailer, because our customers love it. See for yourself at Carvana.com.
Ever wonder what everyone's doing on their phones? They're investing with Merrill. Think Miss Allen is texting for backup? No, she's totally in charge of her portfolio and Daniel G. She's building a greener future, and he's running a pretend restaurant. And Phil has questions, but none of them are about his portfolio.
Digital tools so impressive, your money never stops working for you with Merrill, a Bank of America company. What would you like the power to do?
Did you or a loved one serve, live, or work at Camp Lejeune between 1953 and 1987? You may be entitled to compensation. A new bill could allow service members, families, and civilians who served, lived, or worked at Camp Lejeune to seek
Camp
compensation
Lejeune?
for injuries caused by toxic water. Toxic water at Camp Lejeune has been linked to certain cancers: multiple myeloma, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, leukemia, Parkinson's disease, infertility, birth injuries, and other health complications. Do not wait. Contact Thomas J. Henry today.
Now ADT installs Google Nest devices, which can mean more peace of mind on your next date. Know when the babysitters arrive with familiar faces.
Hey, Erica, come on in.
On your way out, secure your home with voice control.
Hey Google, set ADT to arm stack.
And if you miss the kids, just check in. Now everyone can get peace of mind from ADT with the helpfulness of Google.
Subway dropping 12 new subs for the all-new Subway Series menu.
Let's hear about this number 7 pick from a former number 7 pick.
Juicy rotisserie style chicken? You should have been number 1.
This isn't about the sandwiches at y'all. It's not. The new Subway Series. What's your pick?
Welcome to Home Sweet WeatherTech Home, a place where dirt stays outside and floors are protected, where standing is comfortable and water never leaves a mark. It's spotless under the sink, and kids can be kids. Order your American-made products at WeatherTech.com.
No matter who you are, being yourself can be tough when you have severe asthma. Triggers can pop up out of nowhere, causing inflammation that can lead to asthma attacks. But no matter what type of severe asthma you have, Tespire can help. Tespire is an add-on treatment for people 12 and over that proactively reduces inflammation, which means you can have fewer attacks, breathe better, and relieve your asthma symptoms. So you can be you, whoever you are. Tespire is not a rescue medication. Don't take Tespire if you're allergic to it. Allergic reactions like rash or an eye allergy can happen. Don't stop your asthma treatments unless your doctor tells you to. Tell your doctor if you have a parasitic infection or your asthma worsens. Sore throat, joint, and back pain may occur. Avoid live vaccines. By helping control your asthma, Tespire can help you be you. No matter who you are, ask your asthma specialist about Tespire today.
Verizon Small Business Days are back, and there's never been a better time to switch. With limited time offers, like our best price on our Best Business Unlimited plan, and a 5G phone on us at Verizon Small Business Days. From the network America relies on.
Huh?
It's been 21 years
Yeah,
since
but I'm gonna hold it on
this is the
that.
first anniversary that every victim's picture will be on the portrait gallery
Did
in
it?
the
Vamos a hold
9/11 Museum commemorating
You
those
dedo más
killed
hold
in the
out.
terror attacks on the World Trade Center both in 2001 and 1993.
No, it's
Howard
okay.
Ogletree worked as a food handler on the upper floors of the North Tower on September 11th. The 9/11 Museum contacted a councilman where Ogletree was from near Detroit. Her search led her to discover this photo in his high school yearbook. And to his stepdaughter, who described him as a loving man. This photo was added to the wall in March. The final photograph added to the wall is of Antonio Dorsey Pratt, who also worked as a food handler on the upper floors of the North Tower. Pratt's supervisor described him as a shining star. His photo, the last photo, was added to the wall in June. A series of somber tributes here in Washington today at the Pentagon, also in Shanksville, Pennsylvania, and of course in New York City.
Shanksville.
President Biden, the First Lady and Vice President joining families and survivors to mark 21 years since the September 11th attacks. CNN's Polo Sandoval is in Lower Manhattan for us today. Polo?
The attacks that
Virginia
defied
City, a solemn
fucking
day of
physics.
remembrance here in New York City as 9/11 families came together at the site where those twin towers once stood as they joined really the rest of the world in marking 21 years since that awful day. So many dignitaries joining those first responders and 9/11 families, including Vice President Kamala Harris. Who was
Is that
on hand
Anthony Cumia?
Senator Schumer, New York City Mayor Eric Adams, as the names of the nearly 3,000 people who were lost were echoed once again through that memorial plaza, near those memorial pools as well. Many of those family members still struggling with those tears, as they will for quite some time. At the same time, many of them also, you could see a smile come to their faces. They shared some of the stories of their loved ones, which is certainly what's the focus here, the lives that were lost over 2 decades ago. Meanwhile, we also heard from Alejandro Mayorkas, the Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security, an opportunity to speak to him for a few moments as he reflected on how the mission of DHS has truly evolved since it came about really following the 9/11 attacks.
The threat landscape has evolved so dramatically. It is extraordinarily dynamic. You know, back 20 years ago when this department was formed, the greatest terrorism-related threat that we faced was the foreign terrorists who tried to come into our country.
Jesus Christ.
We then began to focus in the second decade on the individual already resident here in the country.
What a
radicalized
disaster.
by foreign terrorist ideology. Now we are seeing increasingly the threat of domestic violent extremism. Individuals, driven to violence because of an ideology of hate, anti-government sentiment, false narratives. 20 years ago, the cybersecurity threat by criminal actors
Based in red-pilled individuals.
It wasn't top of mind. Now it's something that we're very, very focused on.
Throughout the morning, there were 6 key moments of silence. They acknowledged when each one of the World Trade Center towers was struck and fell, as well as the moment that a plane hit the Pentagon, and of course when Flight 93 crashed into a field in Shanksville, Pennsylvania. The tributes will continue tonight, Jen. That famous tribute in light, those very powerful light beams that shine from Lower Manhattan into the sky, they will be shining bright tonight in memory of the victims of 9/11. Jim.
Polo, thanks. And I'm joined now by former Defense Secretary and former Senator Chuck Hagel. Secretary, thanks so much for being with us on this 9/11. We appreciate it. When you took over at the Pentagon, the U.S. was still fighting in Afghanistan. Bin Laden's successor was still running Al-Qaeda. We've been out of Afghanistan for about a year now. The Taliban are in control there, but Ayman al-Zawahiri is dead. Your assessment of Al-Qaeda,
God
that
rest
they
his soul,
pose on this 9/11?
Thank you, Jim, for having me, and thanks for remembering all those victims 21 years ago. It's important that we do that. And I say that also to partially begin answering your question. This all began 21 years ago. a new defining time in world history, not just American history, but world history.
21 savage.
And as noted by the Secretary, within months we built a new Homeland Security Department. We also brought together a new National Director of Intelligence to oversee the 15 independent intelligence agencies and many other things. And that was not just a reaction to what happened 21 years ago on 9/11. Yes, it was a reaction, but it was more than that. It was to prepare this country for what was coming. Nobody knew what was coming, but we knew something was coming. Things had changed dramatically. We didn't know exactly how deep, how wide, but we knew they had changed. And we've seen that the last 21 years. So as we continue to deal with terrorism and what the Secretary talked about, it's wider, it's deeper. We've got domestic terrorism here in this country that we have to pay attention to. That wasn't the case 20 years ago. It wasn't the case 10 years ago. So the threats are more, they're varied, and they are connected in many ways, but in many ways they're unconnected. So the vigilance required by this country and this government is significant, more significant, I think, than ever before, certainly more significant than any time since World War II.
Let's talk about the classified documents at Mar-a-Lago. According to the Washington Post, among those documents that were discovered was included information about a foreign government's nuclear capabilities. How concerned are you about that?
Seeing what you guys are seeing right now.
Well, I'm concerned, like any American should be.
Get a full view of the whole shebang.
This is really critically important information. Classified, yes, top secret. But the consequences of the wrong people seeing this, the wrong people getting their hands on this, is significant. This would be information like the means that we get this intelligence. How do we get it? The people we get it from. This also has an effect on our allies. Our allies can't trust us. If they see this kind of thing happening, that will affect their relationship with us and their cooperation with us. And as good as we are, and we're the best in the world at this business, we can't do it without partners. We can't do it without allies. So this has immense consequences. And yes, I'm very concerned about this, and I don't know where this is going to lead, but we need to find out where it leads, and we need to deal with it.
Do you think Donald Trump should be punished for this? In some
Well,
way?
I'm not going to say, I'm not going to say anything on that front until we know what all the facts are. I think we need to get all the facts. We've got a ways to go. But what we're seeing now, Jim, is not a good indication that President Trump took a responsible position here and was responsible for the things that a president, a former president, or any of us. I was on the Intelligence Committee for a number of years in the Senate. I mean, we all have responsibilities here, and they're very important, and they're sacred. And what we're seeing so far, it doesn't look good for the former president. But I'll withhold my judgment until we get all the facts in.
And I want to get your thoughts on what's happening in Ukraine right now with this counteroffensive that has Russian forces leaving some pretty key cities. What do you think? Can Ukraine win this war? And do you have more confidence that they can win this war based on what we're seeing right now?
Well, a lot of things are coming together, I think, Jim, over the last 6 months. One is that the Ukrainians are getting better, and they're getting better partly because of the training they're getting. In 2014, when I was secretary and Russia went into Crimea, we started training, our special forces started training the Ukrainians. Other European NATO allies have also been training them over the years. Their training is better. Their weapon systems that we're giving them are better. They are being, I think, more adaptable now than they probably have ever been. The Russians on their side have had logistical problems, huge logistical problems right from the beginning. And an army can't move. When you invade another country, logistics are about as important as any one element of that effort. Their lack of morale is a problem. Their lack of leadership is a problem.
We're 2 hours in, have not made a single thing besides.
Is now the time for the U.S. and its allies,
Nifty
Ukraine's
Coke
allies,
Cup.
to step up the military assistance to hit the Russians even harder, keep them on their heels?
Well, we have been, as you know, and we have been considerably, especially over the last 2 months, with new sophisticated weaponry, with drones, with intelligence capabilities that they didn't have, the Ukrainians didn't have. So yes, I think it is time to
I'm gonna tell him.
considerably step up what we have been doing.
You know your dad's coming to get you, right?
Partners have been doing as well.
All right, former Defense Secretary Chuck Hagel. I'm honored to have you on this 9/11. We really appreciate your time. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you, Jim.
What is?
All right, thank you. And coming up, it could
What's the
spell the
surprise?
end of long security lines at everything from concerts to sporting events.
It's a surprise?
New AI-driven technology being rolled out at major stadiums.
Wow. Wait, it's a surprise? I wasn't supposed to tell you?
When you have auto blast
I wasn't
damage,
supposed to tell her. What's
choose
up?
Safe Play. We can come
Okay,
to
I
you
won't tell him.
and replace your windshield.
Okay, why don't you actually
Thank
drink
you.
some water?
Don't wait. Schedule now.
Safe let repair, safe let replace.
Have you seen it on your phone yet? It's like folded.
You better not cry at school again. Okay, thank you. It's okay. You gotta go though. You want me to come next time? Yeah, I'll go next time.
Age comes with wisdom, and wisdom comes with benefits.
Dryer's broken.
I'll sit there with you. I know you're shy.
You want a socket? That's especially
Sure.
true when it comes to Medicare. So make the wise call and learn more about Cigna Medicare
Okay.
plans in your area. Their tools and resources make it simple
Poor
and
kid.
easy.
Went
Bears can
to
smell Wi-Fi.
Indian school for the first time.
Visit CignaWiseCall.com today. You want to flip it.
We were attacked by an alien race. They want to wipe us out.
We are being attacked by an alien race.
Into another time and place. That's where they're gonna kill us.
This thing you gotta clean up.
want my baby to live. Not gonna let him die.
Your record label is taking off, but so is your sound engineer. You need to hire.
Indeed.
Indeed you do. Indeed Instant Match instantly delivers quality candidates matching your job description. Visit Indeed.com/hire.
Only at Vanguard, you're more than just an investor. You're an owner.
Yeah, this big.
That means that your dreams are ours too. And our financial planning tools can help you reach them. That's the value of ownership.
I really needed to lose some weight. I didn't want to have a shortened lifespan. Having my wife do this with me is priceless.
Persistence Partner Plan. Partners lose up to 20% more weight.
I could cheer her on, she would cheer me on.
Eat the same meals or choose your own, including new premium meals and restaurant favorites.
We lost 85 pounds with Nutrisystem.
Act now. Go online or call to get 50% off. Plus,
You guys both combined lost 85.
Once in a lifetime.
Guy probably lost 30. She probably lost 15.
Don't just walk away. Let us celebrate you. Serena Williams on her terms. Tonight at 8.
Loving this.
Alright, I promise, let's actually get started.
You guys ready?
You see what I'm making in the background here?
So before joining Stealth, I had a horrible relationship with my credit. I was honestly in need of a credit card.
You had a horrible relationship with your credit. Wow. That is some word salad gymnastics.
This is a Floyd bed frame. Timeless design, enduring materials, simple to assemble, the Floyd bed frame is perfectly designed for how you live today and in the future. See our entire family of furniture at floydhome.com.
All right, team. We got a big project coming up.
The black part is red.
And it all starts with ordering promotional products.
I'm on it.
4imprint makes it easy to get the logo products you're looking for. The latest in apparel, drinkware, bags, high-tech items, and more. You can be certain of getting it right at 4imprint.com.
Come on out. I'm on it.
4imprint, for certain.
Who's Talking to Chris Wallace starts Sunday, September 25th at 7 on CNN. Closed captioning brought to you by Flex Seal family of products.
This storm season, you need the entire Flex Seal family of products. Get the Flex Seal family of products at these fine retailers.
With thousands of fans expected in the stands as the NFL season gets underway, several teams are turning to newer, evolving technology to help keep ticket holders safe. CNN's Nadia Romero is outside the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, where the hometown Falcons held their first game of the season today. Nadia, the Falcons are among the teams using this AI-based technology.
Nope,
tell us how it works.
Yeah, Jim, this was a big day for Falcons fans. They faced their rivals, the New Orleans Saints. They lost.
Nope.
But they were made safe by this new technology. So here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, when people first arrived,
is
they
Courtney
would go
at the
through
lake?
these metal detectors that really look like normal metal detectors, only they were blue, and they're by Evolve Technology. The company said
No,
it's a
not yet.
combination between artificial intelligence and sensors that's supposed to be able to tell